Hey folks, Randy Go, Trout Magnet Man with you here today. Had a good report from a TWRA tech I know that takes care of these Tennessee Wildlife Resources Agency family fishing lakes. It told me that Laurel Hill Lake was just booming with 6 and 7 inch bluegill. Now, I'd prefer to catch the 8 and 9 inch bluegill, but I'm going to tell you, when you can go and catch 100 fish a day, at 6 and 7 inches using a super ultralight rod with 2-pound test line, you take that trip. I mean, I did. I'll do it. A lot of people won't, but I'll do it because I just want to have fun, folks. And the older I get, the more fun I want to have. So I went down there. It was fall. Started out as a coolish fall day, but I'm going to tell you, pretty soon it run me home about two and a half hours on the water. I planned on staying a lot longer, but it was just way too hot for me. So I tried several parts of the lake. Caught these fish mostly out of anywhere from 4 feet deep to 11 feet deep in the bays, off of banks. They were just everywhere. It didn't matter where you went. And the TWA tech was right. The lake is full of 6 and 7 inch bluegill. I had an absolute ball. Caught over 100 fish just in about 2.5 hours. Caught a couple of decent bluegill. That probably would have went 7.5 inches, maybe pushing 8, maybe. Had the one decent shell cracker. It was about 8.5, 9 inches. Wasn't a whole lot of bluegill, big bluegill to be found, but I enjoyed it nevertheless. To me, it's just, as I say, it's all about the fun. I used the Eradicator Slow Taper Special 6'7" super ultralight rod, which, as y'all know, if you watch this channel, you know I absolutely love that rod. That rod allowed me to have a fantastic day, even though I didn't catch big fish. I had all the fun I want. If you watch the short video, you'll see that rod has really been up with these bluegill. Bluegill is just a lot of fun to catch. I don't care who you are. If you're an ultralight angler and you don't like bluegill fishing, something wrong with you. But I caught all I wanted, just not any big fish. Now the good news is when I'm out on these bodies of water, I scout around my side imaging to see how many beds are left over from the spring. And I'm here to tell you, the number of beds I found, the leftover beds down at Laurel Hill that were created this past spring, tells me this next spring it's going to be just thousands and thousands of decent sized bluegill on the beds in there. There is a healthy population of fish in there, there's no doubt about it. When I say healthy, I'm talking about there's got to be a bunch of 7, 8 inch fish in there. And I feel like that come this spring, I will find plenty of them on the beds there. It also tells me from those number of beds, and from the beds when I was down there earlier in the spring and the beds that are down there now, that them fish are spawning pretty much throughout the summer months. Now I've been told that, but I've never had a lot of success on finding bedding bluegill in late June and July. I never have, but evidently it happens down at Laurel Hill, or it's happening now. So we're going to get back down there and in the spring, make a few trips down there, because it's always good to get on those bigger sized Laurel Hill bluegill. That's a lake of legend. If you've ever fished Laurel Hill Lake, it was a bluegill lake for years and years and years. It has now turned into a bass lake due to the numbers of shad that have showed up in there the past 7, 8, 9 years. Used not to be any shad in there, so the bass population was always stunted. Well, now the bass in there are thriving. It's also getting back some crappie in it. It used to be a fantastic lake for fishing crappie, and it's kind of getting back there. I marked a bunch of crappie, didn't catch any, but marked a bunch. Caught all these fish on a solid bug colored trout magnet on the 1.5 gram ODZ jig head, and switched that out from time to time. Would use my Daiwa Gekkoman 1.5 gram jig head, number 10 hook, just to see what the difference was. There wasn't a whole lot of difference. One thing I did notice with the ODZ jig head is that they were taking that jig, they were taking it pretty deep. I didn't seem to get as many deep hooks with the Daiwa Gekkoman jig head as I did with the ODZ jig head. I'm not sure what that means, if it means anything. But I used the Varivis Master Blue Moon Aging fluorocarbon 2-pound test. Loving the line, still having trouble seeing it. Depends on how the sun is shining. If it's a bluebird day, you got to position the boat right to get that line up against, or for me anyway, to get that line up against the background of trees or something to see it. But absolutely love the line. I mean, it in 11 feet of water, it sinks quick. It gets down there quick. and I like that. It's got good sensitivity, fluorocarbon line. It's really a keeper line, no doubt about it. Y'all have heard me say that a lot, but I'm going to continue to say it. It's just a good line. I understand Verivis USA is out of it. I don't know when they'll have it back in. Hopefully soon, because I know several people have inquired to me about it. And of course, I can't tell you when they're going to stock it and when they're not. I don't have a clue, no way to know. But anyway, it turned out to be just a good day. Just a good day. That's a 90-mile drive for me. It's still a little bit further than Nickajack. Now, a lot of people, as I said, wouldn't drive that far to catch 6 and 7 inch bluegill, but I will. And I had a pretty good idea I was going to catch 100 fish. If I can go down there and catch 10 or 15, 8, 9 inch bluegill, okay, that's a good day. If I can go down there and catch 100 bluegill that's 6, 6.5, 7 inches, that's a good day also. I'll take either one of them. So anyway, folks, going to continue to fish. My wife is on her way home from Europe, so we'll have to visit with her a little bit when she gets here. And then we're going to get back out fishing some more. Going to find the crappie at the bridge, I hope, in the next 3-4 weeks. As I said before, the bluegill should be moving up into deadlock. September and October, folks, are just a terrible months for me, the spots I fish in. They just always have been. I've caught fish, but I mean, it's just not two good months for me, not the lakes I fish yet. They're going to start to trout at Normandy starting in November. I'll be spending a lot of time over there this year. Well, I say that, I'll be spending as much time as the water release schedule will let me, because over there the rains come and the water it gets where you can't even get in the parking lot. But with the water flow being right, I'll do a lot of fishing in Normandy. So anyway, folks, just wanted to get this video out, get you something up to see. We're gonna get on some good fish here pretty soon. I feel like we will. Thank you all for watching. I hope all of you are safe. Hope all of you are well. Hope you're catching fish if you're able to fish. And so until next time, sword up them all, and life is good. Good morning, everybody. Randy Gold, Trout Magnet Man, with you here today. Down here at beautiful Laurel Hill Lake today, hoping to catch some bluegill. Don't know what I'll do. That's never been real good down here in October for bluegill, but we're going to see what we can get into. So come on with me, folks, and let's see, can we catch some good bluegill, at least enough to give me some fun. I'd like to catch a bunch of 8 inches, 8.5, maybe some 9s. If I don't, I'll take 100 to 6.5, 7 inch fish. That's just the way it is. So come on, let's see what we can do. Here we go, folks. Pretty good fish here. What we got here? Got us a shell cracker. All right. Yes, sir. He's cutting up. All right. I'll take a bunch of them if I can get them. Yes, sir. Take a bunch of them if I can get them. Get them in the sun and get them out of the sun. It's about an 8.5 inch shell cracker. Adjust this camera a little bit. That's pretty fish, folks. All right. Here we go. What is this here? Another bluegill? I believe it is. Yes, sir. A little bit better fish. All right. Get this camera out of the sun. That's a chunky little bluegill, but ain't much to him. But hey, he give me a fight. Here we go. What we got here?
medium. I don't know what we got here. Now, hey, now I'll take some of these. Now, if I can catch some of these, what you talking about? Yes, sir. These I'll take. I wish I could get into a bunch of them like that. I'll take them all day long, folks. Get around here, get out of the sun. Yes, sir, that's a gorgeous fish right there. All right. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. All right, decent. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, he's decent. I'll take him any day. Yes, sir. Ooh, good fish here. I say that. These things can fool you. This one has fooled me. He's not a bad fish. But they can turn and fight. Right, he's okay. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Decent little chunk here. That's a decent chunky bluegill, about 7 inches. All right. Here we go. Here we go. Another decent one. Oh yeah. Shoot ya. What you talking about? Ain't no big bluegill, but boy, I tell you what, now I'll take him. I'll take him all day long. Yes, sir. What you talking about? Shoot fire. Here we go. Here we go. Just a relaxing, fun day. Some pretty medium-sized bluegill. I'll take them, I'll tell you what. Come on out there. There it is. Just another little medium gill, but they're fat, they're fun. Here we go, folks. Yes, sir. He's digging. Nice little chunky one. Pretty male. Pretty fish. All right.